pension obligations?
No money. Yeah.
They ran out of money, right?
Yeah. They just didn't have the cash flow to buy new businesses. So now every car company is basically just a car company, except for Tesla, which is anything you want it to be.
Is it too late for GM to change their mind and go into other areas, or would Wall Street punish the stock further?
I don't know how much worse you can get than a 5 PE.
So in other words, what do they have to lose? If they have the free cash flow, they just threw in the towel on Cruise. So now they're saying they're not even going to be able to do autonomous, or at least not robotaxi autonomous.
Look, I think it always comes down to management's track record. If you have a track record of being good at your core business, the market will give you some credit for trying to expand. And back in the 90s, the car companies did still have some credit for running a decent core business, Chrysler aside. Ford and GM made it through the 80 recession very well. And they had some credit with the streets to go out and issue equity or make acquisitions.
Right.
Nobody really has that anymore. Nobody has that credibility.
Didn't one of them just invest in Archer Aviation? Did you read about that?
No.
I think one of the car companies just invested in Archer Aviation, which is flying cars. Somebody did something. If you were running those car companies or giving advice to the boards of directors or the CEOs, what would you tell them to do with their 5 PE stocks?
You have to run as tight a ship as you possibly can, and you have to find some partnerships. Honda and Nissan being the most recent example.
What does that partnership entail?
It is actually going to be an outright merger.
Oh, they're going to get together.
Yeah, because Foxconn approached Nissan about an equity stake, and that got around. And I think Honda and Nissan both have problems to solve. And by creating some better critical mass, maybe they have a shot.
Both Japanese automakers.
Yeah.
Would Ford and GM even be allowed to have that conversation, or the unions would probably stop it?
As long as you locked up the current labor force for 10 years and said no layoffs, the union wouldn't care. The issue would be more, what's the actual plan?
Okay.
Nick, your point about Tesla being a call option or whatever you want it to be, you wrote, one way to break down Tesla's valuation is to look at present value versus market expectations for future growth. Tesla makes about $4 a share, discounted at 10%, that's $40 present value, or 8% of where it trades. Said differently, 92% is future growth expectations. You said, compare that to Nvidia, which should make about $4.40 a share. That's worth $44 or 32% of its current stock price. So there is a lot more hope and faith in Tesla.
That's an interesting way to look at this.
Than there is in Nvidia.
So Nvidia, you're saying only 30% of the market cap is hopes and dreams?
No, it's still 60. It's
60.
30's current